So, hi everyone, and welcome to this very special and a bit different episode. Yeah, so for the first time ever, I think I will be talking about a TV show. Yeah, that I just watched the show, and afterwards I was like, you know what? I just have to talk about the show. So, I have no idea if this is gonna be long, short, have no idea at all. Okay, but the show I will be talking about is Fallout. So Fallout, it's from 2024. Uh, it has a lot of directors, but the two of them are Jonathan Nolan and Claire Kilner. So it's starring Ella Purnell, Aaron Moulton, and Walton Goggins, among a lot of characters. So in this one, we are living in a post-apocalyptic kind of future world. So the civilization and people, they have to kind of hide in these vaults, like underground bunkers, to be able to kind of protect themselves from radiation, but also other things like bandits, evil people, mutants, things like that. And in one of these vaults, we have this character called Lucy, played by Ella, and she is, very proud to be working in the vaults, very happy and just a go-getter. She wants to, help save the world. She's, full intent that what they're doing is for the greater good. And she's an overall, very positive woman. Uh, and one day she is forced to go outside, like on the surface, to the surface, and experience the world for herself. Because she's never been, so she doesn't really know what to expect. So, but people are like, no, don't go there, no, don't go there, it's very dangerous, But yeah, so she does it, and on her way, she meets a lot of people and deals with a lot of weird situations. Yeah. So, Fallout is based on a video game. I have never played Fallout, so I am coming at this review and this just film commentary from someone who has the perspective of I have never played the games. I didn't even know what the game, was about. All I knew about Fallout was from the trailer I had seen for this series. And that is what kind of got me excited because the trailer looked amazingly. So I was really looking forward to watching this. And then I saw it. I think I saw everything in like 2 days. Yeah, I was very invested in all the characters. That is what I think the show has done so well. The best thing about the show are the characters because they are just so well written and well made, and just as I said, I haven't played the game, so I don't really know what kind of characters they are. If the characters that are on the show are actually in the Fallout. But I guess some of them has to be, right? So if you've played the game and seen the series, please let me know in the comments of the characters and what is similar, what is not, because I also don't know what is true to the video game. But yeah, I'm just gonna talk about things I like, my thoughts about this series. Yeah, I think one of the strongest things that was definitely the characters. Like all three of the main characters, Lucy, and then we have the Maximum character, it's played by Aaron, who is a soldier that goes on an adventure, but it kind of goes RA, and yeah, he then has this kind of big robot suit that he walks around in, and then we have um, Walton Goggins character. Yeah, then we have Walton Goggins character. He plays Cooper Howard, who was like a movie star, and he starred in a lot of commercials, and ads for warning about people about the nuclear threat. Yes, because we're starting like in the 50s or something, and the nuclear threat there was, or the hype, the panic behind a nuclear threat was very, very real during that time. Professor Sarah is here, and I will just read this about the nuclear situation during the 50s. Okay, so the US government's decision to develop a hydrogen bomb, first tested in 1952, committed the United States to an ever escalating arms race with the Soviet Union. The arms race led many Americans to fear that nuclear war could happen at any time, and the US government urged citizens to prepare to survive an atomic bomb. Yeah, so this is, this whole show is kind of all about that, preparing yourself to survive the atomic bomb. And, that craze was real. It was real. Apparently, people were really trying to prepare to survive the atomic bomb, which they felt could probably happen anytime. So yeah, this show does a really good job in portraying that threat. And as I said, the Cooper Howard character, there's a lot of ads and things for that. So we kind of go back and to see what things were before this event happened, before the nuclear event happened. And then, we get to see him after, and he is, completely transformed. And I think his character is, one of the most interesting, because even though he's being portrayed in a certain way, there are like moments in the series where I feel that there is still some humanity left. Like there's still something in there that would probably come out later, and I was really looking forward to seeing kind of that contrast, because not everything is black and white, not everything is just good and just evil, because I think the most interesting characters, like how you write a character, if someone is portrayed really evil, they still do have something good in them. So trying to just tap into a good side or a good detail, it doesn't have to be like this huge thing. It can just be like a detail that is like, oh, okay, this character is not just one dimensional. He has like layers. He's not like 100% all evil, or this character is not just 100% good. They can make some bad decisions in certain situations, or just take a wrong turn. It happens to a lot of good people, and I think this show kind of shows that in a certain way. So I think that is why the Cooper Howard character is very interesting to watch and to follow, because you laugh, you're kind of frustrated, you're like, oh, why does he has to be that way? But you're also like, he's hilarious. He's just, yeah. I mean, his dialogue is so good, just the way he looks, the way he acts, but also, as I said, those few moments where the humanity and the vulnerability comes out is really good. So what I like about the show is kind of the world they have created, and also the kind of tone, because I think it is very good in portraying this kind of dystopian world, kind of very depressing aftermath of this atomic bomb happening, but it manages to kind of fill it also with kind of dark humor in it. So even though everything is kind of depressing, these people's lives are, it's like, oh, rough, they are tough and rough, but there's still some humor in it. I was still laughing in some places, and like I remember especially a scene, we have Lucy, she's on the surface, and she meets this woman. I think she runs a bar or something. She should run something, and she looks at Lucy and her hands, and she's like, oh, you have all your 10 fingers, must be nice. And I don't know, that comment or dialogue or line just got me. I was laughing, but also like, wow, yeah, that, like, that's funny, but it's quite dark. But yeah, that is like one of the examples that I was talking about, that you can see through the entire show. Also, you know, Ella as Lucy, I mean, that was just perfect. Like, her eyes are probably like such a memorable thing about her, and just her expressions, the way she kind of acted, and also I really loved the way her character like adapted to every kind of situation, because she got into some really crazy situations. She was like put on the spot in a lot of scenes, and you know, she went from living in a vault, being quite naive, not really knowing what to expect from the surface, and just being like, you know, so positive and super happy, and yeah, maybe having this kind of outlook and attitude on the world which kind of maybe didn't match the surface, like how everything is there. But I think, you know, her character did a good job in kind of adapting to the situations, because she was asked to do a lot of crazy things, and then she was like, you know what, okay. Then yeah, I will not say like everything she did, because I don't really want to spoil it, because that is the thing about reviewing TV shows. You can either do what I do, you know, talk about certain things and points in the show, or you can do like an episode per episode review. But if I do that, then I will spoil a lot of things. So that is why I'm just, you know, talking generally about the show. Yeah. The Maximus character I found also very interesting, but I think I found Lucy and Cooper Howard's character just to be a bit more kind of fascinating for me, or just more memorable. But I was also very invested in his character and his whole backstory with being a soldier and the decisions he had to make. And then, you know, we of course, all of these characters kind of cross paths. I mean, that was kind of obvious that that would happen at some point, but the way it's done is quite interesting in my opinion, and it just works so well and comes together so well to create this kind of, you know, very tense situation. The build up is, it's so good, and just the crazy things that happen, uh the story and just the script, and you know, based on the video game. As I said, I do not know exactly what happens in the video game, if these things even happen. But I thought that the things that happened were very, very good. And we also have this character um, that is voiced by, what's his name? You know, the Laszlo character in What We Do in the Shadows. And you know, his voice is just so distinctive. And as soon as I heard the first word, I was like, oh, yeah, it's him. Matt Berry, I think. But yeah, Laszlo from What We Know the Shadows. And that was also very funny to see, because yeah, he plays a very special kind of character with a certain agenda, which was also very fun, and see how Lucy's character tackled that. Also, this show was quite graphic in some scenes, which I really liked. That was a good surprise. Like, especially kind of early on, we got a lot of graphic violence, like a lot of creative violence, uh, which worked really well. It mixes everything so well in this show. And you know, the first episode was so strong for me. The way they kind of introduced the characters, we got to, you know, really get to know them, especially like Lucy, like her introduction. So we kind of, we sense what type of character she is right away, through a lot of just different like montages, and just, yeah, the way she talks about like herself, because she wants to get a job at the vault. And yeah, so she says, I've done this, blah 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 blah. And then we get to see some stuff, and yeah, just the introduction is really well for each character. We get to see Lucy's dad, who's played by Kyle from, you know, Twin Peaks. and from different shows. But yeah, it was fun to see him as her dad. He was a part that suited him perfectly, and also just to get to see these different types of vaults, what they are all about, that kind of world that they build, how they are living in there, like what's the thought process, how are they thinking about, saving the civilization, and what is their agenda motives. So yeah, there are like a lot of things going on, a lot of characters to keep track of, but I had just fun watching the show. I had fun just kind of coexisting in that world for a while, even though I've never played the video games, so I have nothing really to compare the video game and the show. But after this, I am I really want to play the video games. Yeah, because I'm not saying that I'm a huge gamer, but I have played some horror video games and other games. It's been a while since I played anything on my PS4, but I will, when I have some days off, I will definitely do that. Yeah, but I will not be doing any like gameplays or anything. No. I'm sticking to films and TV shows. But I have to say, like Fallout for me, it was just a total surprise from never playing the games, never knowing anything about it. I had just heard the name Fallout, and I knew it was a game. That's all I knew. To watching a trailer and being super hyped about this show, to watching the show and absolutely loving the show and being so invested. I was like so sad that it was only 8 episodes, but I mean, we have to get more seasons, and I'm saying seasons, not just season 2. I hope we get more seasons, because I want to see where everything is going, how they are. I want to coexist in that world just a little bit more without actually having to be afraid of for my life, basically. So like the costumes for the characters, for every character in the vault, the robot suit, the Cooper Howard nuclear aftermath look. Yeah, I mean, I think every character understood their assignment and their character, and how the character development, and it seemed that they understood everything really well. I like that Pip-Boy, yeah, that little symbol for the vaults. That was really fun, and that kind of connected to the Cooper Howard character when he was doing his ads and things like that. So I think that is a great detail to have. That obviously comes from the video games. So yeah, I think that's a really, really fun little detail. I play Magic the Gathering, and recently the Fallout theme dropped. There was a lot of Fallout cards with the Pip-Boy and other fun like commanders and themes you can play. So there's a lot of really good Fallout cards that has to do like with radiation and stuff. I bought myself one, the Wise Mothman, which give you radiation counters when you play, when he enters that battlefields and attacks. So there were a lot of fun mechanics that came from the Fallout show to the Magic the Gathering even, and I've been playing for a year and a half, maybe a bit more now. But yeah, I'm happy to see that all of this pop culture, TV shows, movies, music, whatever, is also coming over into something like Magic the Gathering. So yeah, I'm just very excited about all of things. But if you do play Magic Gathering, then check out some of the Fallout cards, the precons. I have had a lot of fun playing against people that have maybe the Wise Mothman as commander, or other Fallout commanders. I think the pacing for the show is really well done. I honestly didn't feel that like any episode was kind of dragging, or that one episode was a bit boring. I found them all to be very exciting, uh, good pace. The editing was really good. And yeah, I didn't feel that any episode was like too long or that they should have shortened anything. I thought it was just the perfect amount of information, of situations, of things happening in each episode that kept me invested and kept me like on my toes and made me just want to watch the next episode and the next episode and the next. And they flew by. Usually when some TV shows, the episodes are like between 40 and 1 hour, I can sometimes feel like, oh, okay, even though I'm kind of liking it, it does feel a bit long. But I never thought about those thoughts when I was watching any of the Fallout episodes, honestly. And yeah, I was kind of surprised at myself at how much I loved this show. But yeah, I was super excited after watching the trailer, but the show was just a breath of fresh air. I mean, it really was. I'm so happy that they released it. They decided to turn a video game into a TV show. And I'm definitely looking forward to watching more of this show. So season 2, can you please come soon? Please. I also really, really loved the last episode of the season, which I was, really looking forward to, because I was like, how are they going to wrap everything up? What's going to happen? There has to be some big, thing happening in the last episode. And I have to say that I'm really happy with how it ended. I thought the last episode was a super strong episode. It was a good way to end the season. And yeah, some of the things that happened there, I was like, whoa, okay. This was, there was some surprises and turns and twists here and there. But I'm really happy with the way they kind of wrapped it up and set everything up perfectly for season 2. Yeah, as I said, I won't say what happened or in any details, so I'm not spoiling it for anyone that hasn't been able to watch it yet. But if you haven't seen Fallout and you're thinking about watching it, or you're kind of on the fence about it, or for some reason you just haven't seen the show yet, then I would say please watch the show. It's really, really, really good, in my opinion. So, what grade will Fallout get from me? Giving it a 10 out of 10. Okay, so 10 out of 10 for the first TV show that I'm reviewing on this channel. So that is a super strong start. I mean, it couldn't have started better. But yeah, I'm thinking about reviewing and talking about more TV shows, because there are a lot of TV shows, especially these that are limited, that are only like one season, that I do want to talk about. So I'm thinking that I will do this more, because there is definitely more to cover, like in a TV show, than just in a movie. But yeah, I'm super happy. So if there are like any TV shows or like limited series or even like true crime documentaries that you would want me to talk about, you can comment down below. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. And if you want me to cover more TV shows, talk about them more in the future, please like this episode. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. I'm so close to 2,000 subscribers. I can smell it, but I need your help. Only you can help me get there. So thank you so much for watching, and you can also comment a little ghost. Yeah, if you've made it this far, just so I know. Yeah, so comment a little ghost. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you've had a great weekend and that you're looking forward to my next episode, which will be a special episode also. Every episode is special here, right? But yeah, see you next time. Bye.